Hey guys, Wells Knight here, bringing you another brand new episode of Design Tech, my own custom mod pack. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing some more work on our base. I want to set up a smeltery room in here, and I want to get some power generation going in this room. So, we're not going to be using the survivalist generators for the power generation. We already did that, and it was a good start. It got us started, it got us going, but there are better things out there for us to take advantage of. So that's what I want to do. But first I want to get the Tinker Smeltery going. So let's put it right in the middle of the room. And this is a 9x9 room. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This block right here will be the middle. So that means if we want... I actually want to make this smeltery bigger than the previous one. I think I want to make it 5x5 instead of 9x9. So let's put down some seared bricks. Like that. There we go. And I just realized that we're probably not going to have quite enough. Maybe we will go 3x3. I think we're going to go 3x3, and we'll expand it later. I think that's probably the better plan. So we'll do that, and then we can take these blocks out and reuse them for the smeltery itself. So there we go. Oh, and this one too. So yeah, we'll just go back to a 3x3 smeltery. I'll probably upgrade that. As I said, I think I'll upgrade that down the road to a larger one. But for now, this will have to do, just due to storage, or just due to material resources. I forgot that it would take... I thought I had more seared bricks than I did, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll put the tank there. We put the smeltery controller here. That goes there. Drain on that side and on this side. And then up here, we can make this thing go all the way to the ceiling. That's perfectly fine. There we go. All right, so the smeltery should now be pretty much up and rolling. I'll put the... Hey, you. I'll put the basins over on this side and the casting tables over on this side. And then we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of that. There we go. All right, so smeltery is good to go. Now, the big thing... Oh, and actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should probably put all the smeltery tables and chests and all that kind of stuff. I should probably find a spot for those in here as well. So let's just kind of line it up right here. We'll put a crafting table there. We'll put a part builder here. Which pattern chest is this? This is the other one, the one that has all the casts in it. So I think I'm going to put that right here. This will go here. Stencil table there. And tool forge right there. Is that right? No, wait a minute. This is the one I want over here. And I want that one to go right there. Okay, there we go. So we got ourselves a little Tinker's room for whatever we need to use it for. I think that will work out quite nicely. Although, come to think of it, this would be better here. And then we can take this and put it there. And then we'll just move all of this over one, and that way it's centered right in the middle like I want it to be. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all good. Tinker's room is done. Now for the fun part. As I said, I want to get some power generation going. So, what we're going to do for that is I'm actually going to go right into big reactors, because back at the old house, I spent a huge amount of time gathering the necessary resources to be able to do that. So let's take a look. Let's go into big reactors. We're going to need a whole bunch of these reactor casings. So let's just make a whole bunch of those. And a ton of those. Actually, let's just do that. And that. And that. Okay. So, reactor casings. I think I did the math, and I need something like 122 reactor casings or something like that in order to get this structure done, which is just an insane amount. That's plenty. I've got tons now, but that's okay. And we're going to put the reactor over here, I think. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the middle. So we'll put it in here, and we're actually going to bury it down a bit. And we're going to make a big, huge, giant reactor, because looking at it, I have plenty of materials. I've got more materials than I thought I did. The Yellorium is a little bit, you know, I'm running a little bit low on that, but that's not all that big of a deal. So we'll just make a giant reactor right over here, and we'll bury it down a couple blocks at least. So let's see. Probably want to go down one more. Let's see, how big are we right now? We need, okay, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we probably want to take this out one more, and this out one more. And we won't make use of all of this space right off the bat, just because it's a huge amount of space. But we will make use of a good chunk of it. That one I probably shouldn't have broken right there, but that's okay. Okay, so you got a nice big area right here. Absolutely huge. So now we can put our reactor casings down in here. I might even want to go... No, this is fine. This is fine. I can always change it up later. But we'll do reactor casings like that. And then around this edge. Now, you can use reactor glass as well, but given that it's underground, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me to do reactor glass. At least not right here. Let's see, there we go. Okay, now we'll build this up a bit. Like so. Because we want to be... Can I... Is there two? No, there's only one right there. I'm thinking we want to bury this down just a little bit more. One more level is what I'm thinking. How are we doing on... Oh, we've got plenty of reactor casings left. Okay. Awesome. So let's actually bury this down one more than we did. Like that. There we go. And we'll take this bit out too. Like that. There we go. Beautiful. And actually, that means that these ones need to go and be taken out too. Because it needs to be solid reactor casing. Can't cut the corners like you can with Tinkers. So there we go. Get all that cobble. And then we'll just do a little bit of this. Bada bing. Bada boom. Beautiful. And like so. Awesome. All right, now let's just kind of make a little derpy pathway so we can get up out of here. And then this is going to be our top level, I think. Yeah, this is going to be our top level. We'll go like this. Well, I don't know if I like that, though. Because I do want to be able to see into the reactor, at least somewhat. But I can't use reactor glass here unless I bring this up. I mean, I suppose we could bring this up. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. Just do something like that. And then over here, we can do the same thing. Like so. Okay. Now, we need to make some other parts. We need to make some reactor glass. So let's do that. And that is just reactor casings with glass on either side. And I will need 17 of that. So we can go ahead and put that in right away. And we'll go 1, 2, 5, 5, and 5. Just like that. And then this is where the rest of the good stuff is going to go. So for that, we need a reactor controller. So that's going to require a diamond and some redstone, right? Yeah. Let's grab a diamond. And we'll grab one of those. We're going to need a power tap. Just one for now. And we're going to need an access port. So I will need some cobble. I'll basically need to make a piston. There we go. Let's make one piston. And then let's make one chest. There we go. And like so. Beautiful. So we'll put the access port right there. We'll put the reactor controller there and the power tap here. And then all we need to do is fill that bit up there in. So let's see. What can we put away? I don't think I need the glass anymore. Or do I? Let's see. Fuel rods. I don't need it for that. And I don't need it for that either. Okay, so let's put away the glass. Let's put away the sacred oak and this andesite and limestone, because we don't need that anymore. And I guess I'll just throw that in there for now, too. Okay, so we're going to need... Where are they? Here we go. We're going to need a few of these. Let's take a look. How tall is this going to be? It'll be, I think it's 3. Let's just double check. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, oh, 4 actually. Okay. So it's going to be 4. Each one will be 4. And that means if we're going to have 5, 4 times 5, we need 20 of those. So let's get some more of that. And then we'll do 5 of those. And 20 of those. And that will be a good start for the reactor. It won't be the final reactor. The final reactor will be much bigger, but it will be a pretty good starting point. So, now we'll go ahead and get rid of this stuff, and we're just going to build these Yellorium fuel rods up like this. There we go. We'll go ahead, and actually we're going to want to fill a good chunk of that in with water too. So why don't we get on that right away? We're going to need... you can use other things other than water. I should probably mention that. But I'm going to use water because I think it's just going to be the best overall option. Let's just do that. there we go. Do I have any buckets? There's one. Do I have another bucket in here? Oh, I do. Beautiful. And actually, let's make one more just to make this a little bit easier. There we go. All right, guys. I'm going to go get that thing filled up with water, and I will be right back. All right, guys. I am back, and we've got this all nicely filled up with water. So now, what we're going to do is fill in the rest of this thing. Ooh, I missed. We'll fill in the rest of this with reactor casings, the very top, which won't be, I mean, they're going to be a little hard to get to, but that's not going to be all that big of a deal. Oh, actually that one. Come back. There we go. And actually, this needs to be a control rod. And then we do that. And now you can see it just changed to a nice big multi-block structure. I can fill in my infinite water source that I was using now. And this reactor is now pretty much ready to go. All we'd have to do is drop some yellorium into it. And it will generate crazy amounts of power. So let's just go and drop in some of this. Like so. Now if you... I don't think we can actually see it from here. But if you peek, you can see those yellorium fuel rods are now all lit up because the yellorium's in there. But what we do want to do, the other thing that we need to do is I want to have a way to kind of mess with, well, not mess, that's not really the best way to put it. I do want to have a way to easily raise and lower the fuel rods. Now you can do it manually by just clicking on them like this, and then you can pull them out. And basically, the farther it's inserted, the less power it will produce. So, with the insertion rate at 0, it will produce less power. But let's go ahead and I'm thinking we want to just go ahead and fire this baby up. Let's see. I do want to make sure that we've got plenty of yellorium in there. And I think we might have to raise the ceiling in here, actually. Maybe what we should do is just raise the ceiling up by 1 so that we can actually get up there and change the fuel rate or the insertion rates. Because I don't really need, we're pretty early in the game, so we probably don't need, all of these. Or actually, we can just, it's inconvenient, but we can just get to it. Oh. Control. Holding control? Okay. Does that manually change? It says it changes all of them. Oh, it does. Okay. Awesome. So let's just go with 1 for the moment. Just 1 rod. And let's activate this. And we're generating hundreds of RF per tick just based on that 1 rod. That is awesome. I do want to get the reactor's power buffer filled as quickly as possible. So we'll get this, let's hide any eyes so you can actually see. It has an internal buffer of 1,000,000 RF. And I want to get that filled pretty much as quickly as we can. Now the casing heat, the casing is basically the water, I believe. And the core is the fuels. So this isn't the most efficient, but I mean, here we're producing This is certainly not the most efficient big reactor design, and honestly, this is the first time that I've really used big reactors at all. But, I mean, we're producing 3,500 RF per tick, and we're in episode 6. I really debated on whether or not to put big reactors into this mod pack, just because it's kind of overpowered. It really is. I don't deny that. But then I was thinking about kind of the purpose of the mod pack, and the purpose of the mod pack, this is not supposed to be a challenging mod pack as far as, you know, the mobs or the world or the ability to optimize things. That's not the purpose of this mod pack. The purpose of this mod pack is to basically give you a ton of tools at your disposal to build with. That's what this mod pack is all about, and that's what so I decided to put it in, even though it wasn't necessarily going to be needed. Now let's check our reactor port. It is chewing through this yellorium pretty quick, but I'll turn it way. I might shut it down once we got this power buffer filled up, because I don't need anywhere remotely near that amount of power right now. I don't even need a fraction of that. In fact, I still have survivalist generators, which I could, you know, build up some real basic power with as well. In fact, we might even just kind of hide those in this power generation room somewhere. And full. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it down. Turn it off so it's not wasting our fuel, because we do have a limited amount of fuel. And then I'm going to change this so that only one rod is being used. We'll do like 50% insertion on one rod. And that way, this is not going to be using much for power at all. Or fuel or any of that kind of stuff. So this will get us going for quite a while. And I think at this point, I just need to set up like my machines and stuff like that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use to run the power yet. I might use, and I think I'm probably going to use Ender IO conduits, but that means I got to go gather a bunch of clay and stuff. So I'll probably do that between episodes, get things kind of going. So when you come back, expect to see a few basic technical machines set up and things like that. But guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.